Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, dear devotees, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you, Pawan Prabhuji, Shriya Mataji, Ramchandra Prabhu, and Vishwanath Prabhu for leading the chanting this morning. Right, we'll continue with our prayers and reading. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktaranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Okay, let's continue with our prayer of the week, which gives us the power of vows. When we follow the vows, we get the powers. So this is our power. Pow wow, like we say. Okay, anybody would like to sing today? Shriya Mataji, you want to try?
Yes, I can try.
Yes, we will. Okay, let me share the screen. Just a minute. But yeah, you can start. I already posted the link in the chat.
Okay. Hari Hari Bifale Janama Gunainu Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Nabhajiya Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Nabhajiya Janiya Suniya Bishakhainu Janiya Suniya Bishakhainu Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtana Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtana Ratina Janmilo Ke Nitai Ratina Janmilo Ke Nitai Samsara Vishanale Divanishiya Jwale Samsara Vishanale Divanishiya Jwale Churaite na koinu pai Churaite na koinu pai Brajendra Nandana Jai Shachi Suta Hoilo Se Brajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Suta Hoilo Se Balaram Hoilo Nitai Balaram Hoilo Nitai Binahi na jata chilo Hari nama udarilo Dinahi na jata chilo Hari nama udarilo Tara sakshi jagai madai Tara sakshi jagai madai Ha ha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhanu Sutta Juta Ha ha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhanu Sutta Juta Koruna Karo e Baro Koruna Karo e Baro नरोत्तम दास कोई ना थेली हो रंगा पाई नरोत्तम दास कोई ना थेली हो रंग पाई तुम बिना के आचे अमार तुम बिना के आचे अमार हरि हरि विफले जन्म गुणाइनु Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Wonderful. Thank you, Shriya Mataji. Very beautifully sung. Ishtadev Vigyapti ki jai, Shri Narottam Das Thakur ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, we can read the translation. Anybody would like to read today?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I can read.
Yes.
Lord Hari, I have spent my life uselessly, having obtained a human birth and having not worshipped Radha and Krishna. I have been knowingly drunken poison. The treasure of the divine love in Goloka Vrindavan has descended as the congregational chanting of Lord Hari's holy name. Why did my attraction for that chanting never come about? Day and night my heart burns from the fire of poison of worldliness, and I have not taken the means to reveal it. Lord Krishna, who is the son of King of Raja, became the son of Sachi, Lord Chaitanya, and Balaram became Nitai. The holy name delivered all those souls who were lowly and wretched. The two sinners, Jagai and Madhai, are evidence of this. O Lord Krishna, the son of Nanda, accompanied by the daughter of Rishabhanu, please be merciful to me. Now, Narottam Das says, O Lord, please do not push me away from your reddish lotus feet, for who is my beloved except for you? Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Do you want to say anything about your favorite part of this prayer? Any reflections?
I guess stanza 2, the treasure of the divine love of Goloka Vrindavan has descended as the congregational chanting of Lord's Hari's holy name. This is really powerful, that the divine love in Goloka Vrindavan, and it is accessible to all of us in the form of Lord Hari's holy name. And it is very sorrowful that I am not having attraction towards it, doing it dutifully as we have vowed to Sri Guru and Srila Prabhupada, but the natural attraction has not come yet. So just praying to all of you that you may pray for me, that I may have this natural attraction to get Nama Ruchi and yet to power other stages of Anartha Nivritti before getting that, but simultaneously I may develop the taste for chanting the holy name. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yeah, you're already cooking nice bhoga with a lot of love, so the taste will come. Hare Krishna. Yes, like we should not do net worship. I don't know. This is a typo, but yeah, we have to do. We are not worshipping Radha Krishna. Sometimes I'm not saying about you, but in general, people of the world, yes, that it's like we cannot have Krishna and Maya both, right? So it should be only Radha and Krishna, and not like, yes, I'm worshipping, but then I also want something in my material life. So yeah, many of the people generally have that tendency, and that's why the anarthas take a long time. It will gradually, like Acharyas explain, even if somebody says Hare Krishna once, they're guaranteed to, at least, like Prabhupada was saying yesterday, they're guaranteed to have at least a human form of life next life, right? They'll not go to hell. That is guaranteed by Guru Sadhu and Shastra, so that just by chanting one holy name, even offensively, also will make sure that we don't go to hell. So that is the power of the holy name. But yes, if we have to make spiritual advancement, and make rapidly, then we have to chant offenselessly, and we have to pray to get that taste soon, and we have to show our determination and our sincerity. Otherwise, it is really net worship, where we are caught in the net of Maya and still trying to worship, but we are trying to stay inside Maya still. Okay, Hari Bol, thank you so much. So let's continue with reading of Prabhupada Lilamrit. I thought, since Prabhupada today is happy Vijaya Ekadasi to everybody. Vijaya literally means victory. So to your prayer, yes, may all of us, everybody around us, all the devotees, may they have victory over their anarthas on this auspicious day of Vijaya Ekadashi. And like Prabhupada also had victory, as he saw, he came to from Bavari, which we said in the past is like Sharana gutter. People are suffering like gutter. They have taken the shelter of gutter, Sharana gutter, to Prabhupada, bringing them to Sharanagati by saying that any temple, any place of worship of Vishnu is is dham, spiritual world, and there is no misery, no anxiety, no kuntha there, because it is Vaikuntha. So it is beyond the three modes of material nature. So that is what we should make our hearts as the abode of Vishnu. So that way there will be no anxiety. So there is this nice small clip that I saw about 26nd Avenue, since Prabhupada has now come to 26nd Avenue from Baveri. So we'll quickly see this, just a small clip. So hopefully this gives us some insight into what we read yesterday. Okay, let's. Is the audio coming?
No, Prabhu, we cannot hear.
Okay, let me share with the sound once again. Hopefully now.
I'm Reed Collins. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. A hypnotic rhythmic chant of 16 words has replaced LSD and other drugs for some in New York's East Village. On 2nd Avenue and 1st Street is a storefront in which a Hindu Swami has set up shop. There, his American disciples are learning about Krishna consciousness.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram.
We have all of the beautiful things and ugly things. We have duality. But the chant is to get us out of nature and into Krishna's superior universe, which is the spiritual universe. And this is what the chant is really intended to do. It's to take you off into eternity. I started chanting in July. I was still taking LSD at the time, but he was against LSD. He said, I told him, what do you think of my taking LSD for spiritual realization, expanded consciousness? I was interested in staying high forever, as it were, maintaining an awareness of the universe that was flowing through me and past me at every second of my life. He says, that's not necessary. He said, your spiritual life is already here. He says, you don't need to take anything for your spiritual life. And I knew he was right. And he had that exalted state of consciousness. I sensed it. And I knew he didn't take anything. And I knew that I wanted this state of consciousness, and that he could teach it to me.
Krishna consciousness is nothing but the moment-to-moment realization that nothing is yours. Neither anything you use in this world, or your body, or even your mind. Krishna is our divine Father, the one Lord. It doesn't make any difference what you call him, Allah, Muhammad, or Buddha, or Jehovah, Christ. There's only one. Krishna is our Father. All things are his, and we have happiness, true happiness, when we use all things for him.
I practice my Krishna consciousness by chanting when I work and on my way to work. And this is what we ask all good people, to try chanting. Try it when you wake up in the morning. Try it on your way to work on the subway. I know I chant every day on the way to work in the subway, and other people are kicking and shoving. I'm chanting, and I enjoy my subway rides.
All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the
And now we're going to go uptown to St. Mark's Place to do our kirtan and spread joy and peace to the people of New York. We invite all our friends to join us. Hare Krishna.
Haribo. So that was happiness. True bliss on Second Avenue. True matchless gifts. Yes. And you would like to share any thoughts, reflections from that? Anything that you liked?
Thank you for the Ekadashi gift. That was very blissful to watch. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Anybody else would like to say anything? I was reminded of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, the Swami step, you say. They're doing the Swami step, and Radhanath Swami Maharaj also does that even today. Just the love and the depth of love you could see in Prabhupada's eyes there, how in the first picture he was praying, and you could see that love that we are talking about, the purity of the love was there. And then when he was, of course, leading the kirtan, it was almost like Hindi mein Shakti sancharit karte hain. He's like he was giving that Shakti. He's come as Shakti Avesh Avatar. All these empowered acharyas have the Shakti of the Lord. Like the potency is there, and that potency, they're distributing. You can see that just by sitting there, just by leading that chanting, you can see all those people who are sitting in the audience, they were just mesmerized, and Yes, like we read yesterday, all these musicians, of course, music and meditation going together. But like Prabhupada said, music without God is just sense gratification. So now he's giving them the the higher truth, the superior taste by making the music connection with Madan Mohan. Like he said, his consciousness was not Manhattan consciousness. It was like Madan Mohan consciousness, just imbued, completely imbued in the love of the Lord. Yeah, and it was good to see the reflections of all those devotees, disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Again, how much sincerity they had. Just with just few months of association. Some of them maybe just few days, and yeah, they had understood that ultimately everything comes back to the holy name. This is the age for Harinama Sankirtana. So we see how they were going out for Harinam, how they were sitting in the storefront and chanting. Like Prabhupada, once Prabhupada's one disciple Prabhupada asked him. So actually Prabhupada asked his disciple, so why do you think I've written all these books? So then he says, oh Prabhupada, so that we can know the philosophy, so that we can understand the philosophy. He says, no, I've written all these books so that ultimately, I can convince you to chant the holy name, right? So ultimately, the end goal is chanting of the holy names. Everything else that we do in bhakti is to bring us to that point of chanting the holy name. So that is the Yuga dharma. So all of us coming here in the morning and chanting, we are already coming. We have come to the essence. So everything else that we are doing in bhakti ultimately has to lead us to this point to come down to chanting of the holy names. And when we chant in the Brahma Muhurta, that is the best in terms of quality. So when we do the quality and we do the quantity as prescribed by our acharyas, at least doing 16 rounds minimum in the best of the times of the day, there is nothing best. So this is the cream, this is the essence of bhakti. And yeah, like Prabhupada himself said that yes, all of this is to bring you, to convince you to come to the chanting of the holy name. And then Prabhupada says in other places, of course, that we chant offenselessly without aparadhs, right? So 10 offenses we have to avoid when we chant. So that is the perfection of our practice. So may we all continue to make progress on this path on this auspicious day of Vijaya Ekadasi in the same mood. Okay, let's continue reading. At least we'll read one chapter. So continuing chapter 18, Breaking Ground. Prabhupada moved in from Bawari to the new place at 26 2nd Avenue, and Prabhupada had never made specific plans to come here amid so many young people. But in the 10 months since Calcutta, he had been moved by force of circumstances, or as he understood it, by Krishna's will. The sign Matchless Gifts was the only remaining memento of the nostalgic gift shop that had recently moved out. Overlooking the courtyard from the rear building of 26 2nd Avenue was Prabhupada's second floor apartment, where he would now live, work, and worship. On the wall above his sitting place, he hung an Indian calendar print of Lord Krishna. Krishna, as a youth, was playing on his flute with a cow close behind him. Lord Krishna was standing on the planet Earth, which curved like the top of a small hill beneath his feet. As Prabhupada chanted in his own inner ecstasy and the hand cymbals rang, the call and response of the Hare Krishna mantra swelled, filling the evening. Some neighbors were annoyed. Prabhupada sang on, absorbed in pure devotion, and they responded. After the Kirtan, Srila Prabhupada gives the Bhagavad Gita class explaining how the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, will cleanse the dust. And as soon as the dust is cleared, then as you see your nice face in the mirror, similarly, you can see your real constitutional position as spirit soul. The sign, Matchless Gifts, was the only remaining memento of the nostalgic gift shop that had recently moved out. Overlooking the courtyard, from the rear building of 26 2nd Avenue was Prabhupada's second floor apartment, where he would now live and work. Matchless Gifts. This is probably a more recent picture. But yeah, we saw when they're coming out for the Kirtan, it had like maybe laundromat or something here was written. Now probably something else is here. But yes, this is where the seed of bhakti was sown by Srila Prabhupada, which has now germinated and fructified into not just a small sapling, but not just a small tree, but a tree which is now 60 years old and is giving shade and fruit and nectar to people all over the world. So that is how the tree has grown. But this is where the seed was sown by Srila Prabhupada, and the matchless gifts were given to us by him. So it doesn't matter what a person was doing before, what sinful activities. If he is engaged in service, then even sinful person will be quickly purified. Krishna says, Shipram bhavati dharmatma, because he has dovetailed himself in Krishna consciousness. It is sure that he will be saintly very soon. Prabhupada said, if we want perfect knowledge of God, then we have to consult Shastra. Prabhupada expected the audience to be patient and wanted them to ask questions at the end of his usual 45 minutes class so that order is maintained in class. Mostly he kept to his room typing out the Bhaktivedanta purports, referring to Acharya's Bengali and Sanskrit commentaries. We shall call our society ISKCON. Prabhupada had laughed playfully when he first coined the acronym. A friend had suggested a title that would sound more familiar to Westerners, International Society for God Consciousness, but Prabhupada had insisted, Krishna Consciousness. God was a vague term, whereas Krishna was exact and scientific. God consciousness was spiritually weaker, less personal. And if Westerners didn't know that Krishna was God, then the International Society for Krishna Consciousness would tell them by spreading his glories in every town and village. Krishna consciousness was Prabhupada's own rendering of a phrase from Srila Rupa Goswami's Padyavali, written in the 16th century. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita, to be absorbed in the mellow taste of executing devotional service to Krishna. Meaning of ISKCON. ISKCON stands for International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ISKCON. He built a house where the whole world can live on 13th July 1966. So exactly 11 months. He landed, or he started from India, if you remember, in Jaladutta on 13th August 1965. And then on 13th July 1966, ISKCON was incorporated. We shall call our society ISKCON. Prabhupada had laughed playfully when he coined the acronym. If Westerners didn't know that Krishna was God, then the International Society for Krishna Consciousness would tell them by spreading his glories in every town and village. 7 purposes of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness: to systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to society at large, and to educate all peoples in the techniques of spiritual life, in order to check the imbalance of values in life and to achieve real unity and peace in the world. To propagate a consciousness of Krishna, as it is revealed in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. To bring the members of society together with each other and nearer to Krishna, the prime entity, thus to develop the idea within the members and humanity at large that each soul is part and parcel of the quality of Godhead, Krishna. To teach and encourage the Sankirtan movement, congregational chanting of the holy name of God, as received in the teachings of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To erect for the members and for society at large a holy place of transcendental pastimes dedicated to the personality of Krishna. To bring the members closer together for the purpose of teaching a simpler and more natural way of life. And with a view towards achieving aforementioned purposes, to publish and distribute periodicals, magazines, books, and other writings. But to register ISKCON legally as a non-profit tax-exempt religion required money and a lawyer. Carl Jurgens had met Prabhupada on the Bowery. He had agreed to help. He had contacted his lawyer, Stephen Goldsmith. The purposes stated within ISKCON's articles of incorporation revealed Prabhupada's thinking. They were 7 points similar to those given in the prospectus for the League of Devotees he formed in Jhansi, India in 1953. Regardless of what ISKCON's charter members thought of the society's purposes, Prabhupada saw them as eminent realities. As Mr. Rubin, the subway conductor who had met Prabhupada on a Manhattan Park bench in 1965, had noted, he seemed to know that he would have temples filled up with devotees. There are temples and books, he said. They are existing. They are there, but the time is separating us from them. Prabhupada was explaining that the best way to serve Krishna was to serve the representative of Krishna, and such service has to be done voluntarily, out of love, not by force. Preaching was the word Prabhupada most often used. For him, preaching had a much broader significance than mere sermonizing. Preaching meant glorious, selfless adventures on behalf of the Supreme Lord. Lord Chaitanya had preached by walking all over southern India and causing thousands of people to chant and dance with him in ecstasy. He wanted ISKCON to demonstrate a simple, more natural way of life. Such a life was most conducive to developing Krishna consciousness. When Howard first volunteered to do editing, he spent the whole morning working in Swamiji's room. If there's any more typing, Howard said, more? There's a lot more, Swamiji said. He opened the closet and pulled out two large bundles of manuscripts tied in saffron cloth. There were thousands of pages, single space manuscripts of Prabhupada's translations of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Howard stood before them, astonished. It's a lifetime of typing, he said. And Prabhupada smiled and said, oh yes, many lifetimes. Hare Krishna. So we have also had many such lifetimes. And the goal should be to end all these lifetimes now in this life and make this as our last life to go back home, back to Godhead. And we can do that by simply serving Srila Prabhupada in this mission as he has nicely and very simply taught us how to develop pure love of Godhead and go back home, back to Godhead. So just by pleasing the Lord's representative, the Lord is pleased the most. So we know where our goal should be, to please the Acharyas, please Srila Prabhupada, please our Guru Parampara. And when we do that, then Krishna is pleased very quickly. And then we will get what we were talking about, the taste. So Nishtha, you should develop Guru Nishtha. When we have Guru Nishtha, that is the firm determination, then comes Ruchi and Asakti and Bhava and Prem, everything develops gradually. Again, these are the words of Acharyas. We are all in the same boat. Hopefully we can be in the boat of Jaladuta and we can learn from Srila Prabhupada. And someday we can actually realize what we are speaking right now is just theoretical knowledge. But by their mercy, we can realize the pure bliss. And we saw in the back, like what we were reading today, this 22nd Avenue, Prabhupada coming down, in the morning for the, in the evening or morning. But yeah, we saw how he was walking in the snowy winter of New York, and then coming down from his apartment into the storefront, and then leading the chanting and teaching them lessons from Bhagavad Gita and how to make their lives perfect. So it was good to see that video. I just felt it nicely summarized this beautiful beginning of bhakti that Prabhupada established on 22nd Avenue, Matchless Gifts. Okay, let's stop here with chapter 18 and we'll continue with planting the seed tomorrow. Anybody else would like to share anything? Yes, Arti Mataji, yesterday you couldn't speak. You want to say today?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for sharing such a wonderful video. I can just imagine how lucky those people were that they were born in US and still Prabhupada got the mercy of Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada and Lord Krishna, that they could take the name of, they could chant and take the name of Lord Hari. Just a second, Prabhuji. Actually, I was downstairs and he was crying upstairs. So I was just running towards him. Just a second.
Okay.
But, oh. So, in the morning, I am just running up and down downstairs. So, yeah, Prabhuji.
It's like you are coming to the storefront right now to change and you're going to go back into the apartment to take care of Krishna and Balaram. Hare Krishna.
So when Prabhupada came, all the devotees, they were bowing their heads, and I was like, when Prabhupada came, I was like, okay, I'm also among the devotees and bowing my head and paying obeisances and all. Prabhupada was like, it was only and only Krishna's mercy that Prabhupada can convert, and Prabhupada's mercy that he can convert hippies to happy. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that video. And if I can find that link, I just want to show it to Krishna also. Because sometimes we discuss while I'm reading in evening classes, and in the morning we discuss with Krishna, and he was like, how it is possible, Mama? So I just wanted to show him that, okay, this happened. This really happened. So if you can share the link,
Yeah, I just
that would
posted
be
in the
helpful.
in the what?
Chat.
Sorry, in the chat right now, so you can
Yes,
just open it.
I'll copy and save it. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
And
Krishna.
happy Ekadasi to everyone.
Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you for sharing that nice reflection. Okay. Anybody else would like to say anything? Meenu Mataji, thank you for getting our printouts for the ISKCON's our
Constitution.
Yes.
I just put it up there, Prabhuji. I don't know how you know I did it. But Prabhuji, really want to say this. It is amazing. I mean, we are so grateful for you giving us these classes and how you correlate everything. Just now, like you correlated Aarti Mataji is coming up and down to the matchless gift thing. I mean, these shares, these correlations are very educational as well, I should say, or inspiring, because this is how we can put every bhava towards Krishna consciousness. You absolutely exemplify that. So thank you so much for this. We love it. Thank you.
Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamamupi antite. So it's all coming from the Lord. He's there. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. So all remembrance, all knowledge, all forgetfulness, everything comes from him by the mercy of our acharyas. So I'm grateful that he's able to sit on our hearts and inspire us to speak something. So all glories to Srila Prabhupada and our wonderful Guru Parampara. Thank you all for joining in the morning and giving each other this enthusiasm, encouragement to keep on going. Every day is our march back home, back to Godhead, to the lotus feet of the Lord. So by serving Srila Prabhupada, by being in his company, we can take these steps so much quickly and we will not feel tired.
And very special mention to Vishwanath Prabhu, right being on the dot, 4:30. We know the clock goes off when he wakes up and puts the link up. Thank you, Vishwanath Prabhu, for everything you do. You're amazing.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Okay. All right, so we'll pause here today. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha anantakoti vaishnavanda ki jai Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam Nitai Gaur Hari Hari Bol Hari Bol
Prabhuji, have a
Hari
great
Bol.
Hari Bol
Hare Krishna.